Hi everyone, welcome back to Skills for Success for Mapleton Online students. Again, my name is Monica Johnson and I am your post-secondary options coach. And today we're going to be talking about how to communicate with your teachers. All right, so when do you need to reach out to a teacher? I think that the best rule of thumb is if in question, ask a teacher. Right? So if you're not sure if you're supposed to share some information with a teacher or not, it's probably better to go on ahead and share it. But here are some things that we definitely want you to share with your teachers. An absence. So ideally, you would be able to tell your teacher that you were going to miss school before you miss it. So if it's a planned absence, we would love for you to do that. And even better if you could get all of your missed work turned in beforehand. If it's possible, that'd be great. But we know that sometimes life doesn't work out that way. So sometimes you're just not going to know that you miss. And so we just ask that you just let us know as soon as possible and that you work with your teacher to make up that work. Don't forget, we do have an attendance line at Mapleton Online. That number is 303-853-1246. So go on ahead and call that attendance line if you're going to be absent that day or have a parent or guardian do that for you. If you're having technology issues and you can't attend class for whatever reason, we absolutely need to know about this. Technology issues need to be resolved or fixed within 1 to 2 days of the issue coming up. That means we just don't want you to miss weeks and weeks of school for tech issues. So definitely talk to your teachers. Sometimes your teachers know how to help you with some little things, but if not, so if they can't help you, you just got to tell your teacher you might miss, and then you got to call the technology helpline. That number is 303-853-1057. And definitely just call that number as soon as a problem comes up. That way they can help get you squared away with your technology so you can get right back to class. All right, when you need help with your work in class, definitely reach out to your teacher. So here's the thing. Teachers aren't mind readers, and we don't know when you need help. In-person schooling, when you're in a room with a teacher, oftentimes they rely on visual cues to know if you need help. So they might see a confused look on your face, or they might see that you're not completing your work and come and ask you what's up. Or you might hear another student ask a question, or a teacher might approach another student because of that reason. And then you might hear the answer to that question and get help that way. But in an online school, that's really hard. Often, especially if you have your camera off, we might not be able to tell if you're having issues. So you've got to ask the question, otherwise they're not going to know that you're struggling. Ask a question in class, because chances are, if you're having problems with something, one of your classmates is too. So that is a really excellent way to make sure that, teachers can get a feel for how everyone's doing when kids ask questions in class. And I know sometimes that's easier when you're in person than it is when you're online, but I really challenge you, turn on that microphone, ask that question. If that is too intimidating, stick that question in a chat, and then the teacher can answer that question for everyone, and I guarantee you it's going to help somebody else too. All right, schedule an appointment. So if you are having issues with a concept or something that's going on, send that teacher an email and ask them if they can meet with you one-on-one and go through it and help you out. A lot of our teachers are using bookings to schedule appointments. So if your teacher is using bookings, please use that to schedule an appointment. Otherwise, just send them a chat or an email and get something on the calendar so that you can get that extra help that you need. If you are having a personal situation that's impacting school, whether or not it's related to school, your teachers need to know that something's going on for you. Obviously, we don't want you to feel like you have to share personal private information that you want to keep personal and private, but even just letting your teachers know, like, hey, there's something going on for me at home and it's really making it hard for me to focus right now, can really help them to support you. If you feel comfortable sharing more information than that, then sometimes our teachers can get you hooked up with resources and people that can support you further with that specific situation. We can't support you if we don't know what's going on. We can't help you by giving you leeway with a due date or something like that. And we really don't, we know that life happens outside of school and we understand that. And we would love to be able to help you so that it doesn't impact your grade. But if we don't know that it's going on, then we can't help you. All right, how to reach out to a teacher. Okay, the first way is through email. Our teachers check their email daily. They try to get responses out to students between 1 and 2 days after you get an email. So we're going to ask a couple of things. One, please use your Mapleton email address. This is just a really good skill. When you get out of high school and you either go into the military or you get a job or you go to college, almost all of those places use an internal email address system. And so most employers expect that you email using your professional email address that was given to you when you were hired. I know the military also does this. I know colleges also do this. Professors will email you on your student email account through the university. So this is a really good opportunity to just jump in and get good practice with that. Use your Mapleton email address for Mapleton Business. And then we just ask that you please be patient. Like I said, teachers try to respond between 1 and 2 days. They're probably not going to respond within a couple of hours because if you're writing the email while they're teaching class, they're not going to be able to take a break from teaching to get back to you. So just know that they're checking those emails. They get a lot of emails, right? Because we're not in person with our kids. We can't answer those questions in person. So they get a lot of emails and it's going to take them some time to respond to all of them. So please be patient. Teams is another way you can get a hold of your teachers. You can send them a private chat if you'd like to ask a question or to schedule that appointment. Again, we ask that you be patient for turnaround response time. If a teacher is teaching another class and you are sending them a private chat, chances are they're not going to be able to respond to that chat until they are done with that class or maybe even done with the day. So please just be patient. And you can schedule that video call and schedule a one-on-one meeting with them to get that help. All right, that's it for today. Next time on Skills for Success, we're going to learn how to use that Microsoft Outlook account so you can send those emails and use that Mapleton email address. Also, in the near future, we're going to talk about how to use Teams more effectively. See you then.